Eben Alexander sat in his quiet office, the clinical hum of a Harvard-trained life surrounding him. He flipped through medical journals with a practiced hand, circling the words oxygen deprivation before tossing the papers aside. To him, the human brain was a biological machine, nothing more. He had heard the stories of tunnels and golden lights from his patients 1,000 times. He would always nod politely, hiding his internal dismissal, then walk out to prescribe more medication. He believed that every spiritual vision was merely a glitch in brain chemistry, a dying organ firing its last desperate signals. He was a man of science, and in his world, there was no room for the soul. At 4:30 in the morning, the routine shattered. A searing, white-hot pain erupted behind his eyes. Unlike anything he had ever felt, by 11 a.m., his body was convulsing in a violent seizure that no drug could stop. By nightfall, the neurosurgeon was in a deep coma. Doctors identified a rare bacterial meningitis, a strain so aggressive it was devouring his neocortex, the very seat of human consciousness and logic. They gave him a mere 2% chance of survival. For 7 days, Eben lay motionless in a hospital bed. His brain, the machine he trusted above all else, was effectively dead. According to science, he should have experienced an absolute, silent void. Instead of the void, he woke in a murky world he called the earthworm's eye view. It was heavy with the scent of wet clay and the pressure of tangled roots. He was trapped in the dark until a circle of brilliant white light tore through the gloom. A melody, more precise and harmonious than any earthly composition, vibrated through the light, pulling him upward. He rose into a vibrant valley he named the Gateway. Meadows stretched toward a horizon shimmering with impossible colors, and millions of butterflies swarmed in the radiant air. A woman stood beside him, her presence radiating peace. She did not speak with words, yet her message manifested clearly in his mind. You are loved and cherished. You have nothing to fear. You can do nothing wrong. In that radiant moment, the neurosurgeon realized his life's work was a fundamental misunderstanding. Consciousness was not a product of the brain. The brain was merely a filter for something far greater. On the 7th day, as the medical team prepared to stop the antibiotics, the infection seemed to have claimed its host. But suddenly, Eben's eyes snapped open. He gasped for air, his lungs fighting for rhythm against the machines. When he finally regained the strength to hold a pen, he did not ask for water or food. He asked for paper. He wrote until his hand cramped, documenting every detail of the valley, the light, and the woman who had guided him through the impossible. Eben returned to the operating room, but the man who held the scalpel had changed forever. He no longer saw patients as biological machines or collections of synapses. He looked at them and saw something deeper, something that did not depend on cells. He spent his remaining years teaching a new truth. You are not your brain. When the world defines you by your job, your illness, or your failures, remember this story. There is something inside you that remains untouched by the physical world, a spark of consciousness waiting to be seen. You are far more than the body you inhabit.